Let's go.
There you go. I got you. There you go. Did my
Alright, just getting everything squared away. Guess I can bring the mic over. Alright, just getting everything squared away. Making sure everything starts correct. And making sure
There you go. I got you.
everything's labeled correct either. Looks like Twitch is good. Head over to YouTube, check out YouTube. Check out YouTube. And you're gonna have to edit the YouTube one. Save. Alright, so hopefully that one is labeled as well. We are at Charlotte today. So this is always a fun track. Alright, so we'll stay with that and see what is going on. Alright, Charlotte. Pause that. Everything is running good. Let's save qualifying stats just in case. Okay, so today we are at Charlotte. As you see, it's like King is in first place. Like they got the looks like Wayne got the pole position, so that's definitely good. And we scroll down, looks like Jarvie, Vet Campbell are starting at the end. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get this started. And continue.
Drivers, to your cars.
And let's go. Not sure where he is starting, but I'm sure it is a high position. Alright, so it's just make sure everything is good to go. Alright, looks like all the cars are starting. No blown engines at the start. So let's get up to the front. And here we go. Let's see if Wayne King can get a good start. No, it looks like the 53 got a better start there. But the Wayne King in the 20 did fight back during that straightaway and into this first corner. Looks like the 53 and 97 are in the back, and then looks like Walker Jr. or Walker Sr. and Weber are right behind them. But it looks like King definitely got a great start to this race. It looks like he will lead the first lap with looks like almost a 3 wide towards the back, as they were bunching up in the back as the 93 closed the door hard on the 3, which could have almost spun him. We take a look at some of the back cars going. Looks like Green is in the back with Bishop, and Jarvie is in the back again. Williams, Emerson is 83. Yeah, like Srivastava on the 7 is right there. The 4, new car or a new team. Now we'll definitely see how well they run. We scroll up. So 18, what was his name? Guerrero did not get a great qualifying position as he is in 18th position, but there's a little bit of 4 wide going on right in front of them, which definitely is not good. I mean, 3 wide, there's enough room for 3 wide, but if you try to do 4 wide, you're gonna have a bad day. It looks like there is a little bit of bunching going on behind them as they are battling, but it looks like everybody is so far clean. As it looks like the 33 of Weber and the 3 of Walker Sr. was able to get past the 97. And it looks like the 53 has dropped back a little bit, falling behind the 50 or the 22 of I think Martinez. So it looks like they do have some catching up to do to Wayne King in the 20 car. As we come back looking through, do you see Bishop still falling back a little bit, so it's not a great start for him. They're going 3 wide here in a 30 position battle, as looks like the 24 did push the 4 almost up into the wall. Definitely not a nice thing to do, but it looks like the 4 did stay out of the wall, at least for that turn, as the 24 is still running pretty high. The 4 is not able to, at least not now, was able to close the door on the 24, but before just did not have that room. So it looks like he is able to pull away a little bit. We scroll up, there is a battle, 16 Hannah, the 21 of Sanders, and the 77. We're going 3 wide for a little while, as now they're going 3 wide now with the 42 of Green. It looks like everybody's staying pretty clean. I know there's a lot of room on this front stretch. As they continue to go 3 wide, Saunders is basically the odd one out, getting stuck to the outside, which is definitely a slow line on this track. Continues to get pushed back. Finally is able to get down to second, or to that second line, which is definitely a lot better than that top line, and is able to at least slow the bleed of positions. As we see Jarvie in that 9 has been able to move up a couple of positions at the start of this race. As we scroll up, we do see Thorne. She's able to get past Guerrero as they come up to another 3 wide battle with the 31 and the 53. The 53 has been basically dropping 1 or 2 positions every lap, so that's definitely not good for him, as he started, I think, about 3rd or 4th place. And then now we got a 3 wide battle here for a top 5 position. Looks like the 38 did get a run on the 22. I believe Martinez is the 22. Yes, he is. As now Walker Jr. and the 33 of Weber are now battling 3 wide. But yeah, that outside line definitely is not very fast. It looks like Walker Jr. did end up passing both of them, going 3 wide on that inside line. It looks like first and second are starting to move or pull away from the pack, as I think Wayne King in that 20 got a very good run at the start. So now Walker Sr., who started basically I think 4th or 5th, has been playing catch up most of the race and is slowly catching up to that first place car. Take a look at some of the racing. Williams in that 5 may have tapped that outside corner of Saunders in that 21, was able to move him out of the way to go ahead and pass him. We'll see if her and Jarvie want to link up to try to get past Emerson's 84 and then work their way up. So we'll definitely see if she wants to stay clean when she decides she wants to pass Jarvie. But it looks like they are going to be staying with each other at least for a little while longer. As we see Hannah in that 16 and Shrivastava in that 7, and then the 77 going 3 wide. It was 16, and Hannah getting a good run on that race, or on that exit of the corner, and was able to pass, well, at least for a little while, try to get past that 77. But it looks like the 77 is coming back, passing the 16 of Hannah. We'll definitely see if they are able to come back. As we see Guerrero right now trying to make his way to the front. He did not qualify as well as he had in previous races. And it does look like he got way off the gas very hard, or hard on the brakes into that corner as he slowed down a ton. As you see a pretty big pack here, 3 wide with Pitch in the 6, the 22 Martinez, and the 38. We also have a new driver in this 15 car, Grubb. We'll definitely see how well he can finish. So he is in the top 10 right now, which is definitely a good start for him. As we see Walker Jr. just flying up the pack. Definitely doing very well here. As you can see, Walker Sr. has caught up to King in that 20, as well as the 97, as it looks like those two have been battling for a little while, letting the 97 catch back up. As it looks like that this top 5 cars are pulling away from that pack, with the 6 now slowly catching as well, as this 3 and 20 are battling it out. And it does look like the 20 of King is a little bit faster than Walker Sr. in that 3, as the 54 is also right up here as well. It looks like that second pack of cars is slowly catching them, as the 20 of King did get a great run into that corner. Yeah, it looks like the 4 did end up slowing down considerably, as like 4, the Paul may have tapped the wall a little bit, as he is all the way back into last place, as he was in the top 10 position. You have to keep an eye on him, as they're going 3 wide here for a 35th position battle between Jarvie, the 98, and Bishop. It looks like the 98 did get a decent run, but that 48 came and thought about doing a 3 wide, exiting that corner, but decided to back off a little bit. As we take a look at this top 30 pack, so there's some battling going on here. It looks like Srivastava is trying to get past the 80 of Emerson, 84 of Emerson, but just has not been able to get that run or get a help from anybody in front of him. The Ward is starting to fall back a little bit, so maybe he'll lend a little bit of help to that 7 car. As we take a look at this pack, looks like that Pitch in the 6 car has fallen back a couple positions in the last couple of laps. Now it looks like he may have just gotten stuck onto an outside line. It does look like he is a little bit faster than that 97 car, and we'll see if he's going to push that 57 car with the help of Guerrero, as he's coming back very fast. So as you see, the number 1 of Walker Jr. is definitely a very fast car today, as he worked his way up from, I think, about top 10th position now up to 3rd place, even passing his dad in that 3 cars. The 20 of Walker, of Wayne King, is still leading this lap with the 54 right behind him of Cargo. Yeah, it does look like that 4 did end up passing this 24, but has a ton of work to do. He was in the top 10 for a little while, but something ended up happening and him dropping almost all the way back to 40th position. And Jarvis also trying to get back up into position as well. So Bishop looks like he has moved up a little bit with Saunders, though they still have a decent amount of work to do to catch up to a different pack. It looks like Srivastava and Ward are now starting to battle it out, as Emerson in that 84 did end up pulling away from these guys. 77-44 doing a close battle there. And in this top 10 battle, because 97, 22, 38, and 17, does look like most of the pack has started to stretch out, but we'll have to keep an eye on them. Yeah, it looks like Walker Jr. did pass the 54 and is now in second place. You can see his eyes are set on that 20 car. We'll see if he has it in him to pass him, as the 20 right now has basically been dominating this race. And it does. Looks like that 54 is going to help out a little bit. As we take a look at a couple other camera angles. As we do see that the pack, this pack front pack of 3 cars is slowly pulling away. As you can see, that Walker Jr. number 1 car has shot like a rocket all the way to second place and is now knocking on the door of that 20 car. It looks like with his speed, he's brought that 54 up right with him. So we'll definitely see if the 1 wants to try to pass cleanly, though. It does look like the 54 has decided he wants to try to compete for that second place position, as the 20 decide he's going to drop down and help him out a little bit with the draft. As the 1 and 54 get real close. But it looks like that 54 is going to end up passing the 1, who looked like he was going to compete with that 20. So maybe these two are going to battle out just the 54 in front of the 1 instead. As we see, the pack is stretching out behind this top 3. As we see the 1 now trying to get his position back. We're on lap 31 of 80. And we see the 1 finally passing the 54 for second place. You see, right in front of the 20, there is really no other cars in front of him. So we take a look at some of these cars in the back. Looks like the 4 has passed the 98 now, as he's trying to work his way back up to hopefully a respectable finish, as he was in the top 10 for a couple of laps, at least at the start. As we see, the pack for the most part has stretched out, with only 1 or 2 battles going on. As we see, the 20 is starting to pull away from the 1 again. As we are getting closer and closer to this halfway mark, as the 54 shoots down below the 1. We'll see if he's able to get past this, as we see Thorn right behind them. We'll see which one or which guy she wants to draft with, to see who she wants to try to team up with to get past that 20. Looks like she, for at least this turn, has tried to pick the 54, but it looks like the 54 did not get, or probably got into that break a little too much in that corner, as the one of Walker Jr. Did end up passing him. Though the 54 definitely does have a very fast car, so we'll have to keep an eye on this battle, as they are basically battling for second place. Basically every time they catch up to the 20 car of King, they just continue to battle each other. Yeah, I'll tell you right now, I did about 5 test races, and there was at least a wreck before this point in every one of those races. So of course the one that I streamed decides nobody wants to crash into each other. That's been, oh, actually, we will see if they are able to hold it, as the 60 or 68 and Ward of 10 in the 10 almost causes the first wreck. Definitely not what either one of these guys wanted to see, but it's definitely probably something that we wanted to see. But still, no caution, as we do see that Ford drop back to last place again. Not sure what is going on with his car, but definitely dropping very quickly. As we see, Williams and that 9 did touch each other a little bit, as we saw the 9 do jump to the top of the track. Like they're gonna stay clean entering in this track or this corner, but that is giving that 4 a chance to catch up to this pack. Definitely needs a lot of work to do if he wants to go, as we were about halfway through this race. Still very clean race, other than that one almost crash. Take a look at some of these top 10 races going on. I guess we can go and see the battle for the lead. Yep, that's the battle for the lead, as Walker Jr. has finally taken the lead from King in that 20. King has basically led 40 laps, as the 0 almost gets into him. That is definitely not what King would wanted to see, had that 0 of Thorn taking him out. I could definitely see that maybe some of these, or maybe that 20's tires are starting to give way, as that one of Walker Jr. definitely is very, very fast. As it looks like he's, for the most part, he has pulled away from this second pack right here. So he definitely has a very fast car. It does look like most of the pack has stretched itself out, as again that 80 almost turns into the 33. And that's definitely 33's fault if they did get into each other, as he just dove in there. And it looks like the 20 is trying to battle his second place position back from the 0 Thorn. We'll see if he's going to take the 54 of Cargo with him, as it looked like he was about to get past him. It doesn't look like he is, as we do see that 18 of Geraro definitely catch back up. He definitely did not have a great qualifying position, but he has been performing very well these last couple of races. Take a look, there really isn't too much battling going on. Here's a battle for about a 23rd position right here between the 44, 53 and the 84, and then the 72 right up above them. So we are on lap 45 of 80. As it does look like almost everybody has stretched out. With Walker Sr. or with Walker Jr. in this one, basically leading this race. Been about 10 laps now that he's been dominating. Still no lap cars coming along, so clean air ahead of him. Again, no pit stops so far. I'm thinking maybe I had left the pit frequency on a different position during testing and did not change it back, as we do see a 3 wide going on right behind them. As we do see the first level of pits going on. Definitely see if this causes any issues, and almost. Wow. Oh, there was Martinez just tried to come into the pits late, trying to get in there and just slamming hard into that wall, which is going to bring out the first caution. Definitely not what most of these drivers wanted to see. Because we're gonna pause this and see basically Martinez try to do some cute work, trying to jump into the pits right at the end. Basically at the last second. We'll take a cockpit view as he's coming in, and he's decided he's gonna take, or wanting to come in a little bit later, and just doesn't have the room to get at, or doesn't have the room to get there. Definitely not what he wanted to do, as basically Martinez now is done for the day. As again we take another look at this as he's coming in. I mean, he should have slowed down and came with them, but it looks like him and maybe his spotter got it. It looks like somebody else is sideways too, Guerrero in the 18, but it looks like, yeah, I mean, Martinez basically done for the day, and then a first caution. As we are now at our first caution flag of the day. As we see everybody slowly catching up. It's like the 4 is coming out of the pits. Not even sure who is going to be. It looks like King didn't come into the pit, so he's still first. But yeah, definitely getting a caution in the middle of that pit rotation is definitely not what some of these guys wanted. Looks like a lot of these front cars that didn't get pit stops are coming in. We're watching King, the 54 Congo, and 6 of Pitch coming in for their pit stops. And we have about 30 laps to go as we watch the pits, or the pit stop of King, who was leading this for most of this thing. It looks like maybe they had to fix a few things, as he did lose both positions to Pitch and Cargo in that 56 car, as well as the 52 car. We'll see. Maybe he got a little bit of damage while battling. I think Guerrero did get some damage as well coming into the pits. So it looks like Paul did gain a few positions as he's in 37th. Though we'll have to check when they come back around to see if he's still in 37th. As we scroll up to see, looks like Walker Jr. is going to be in the lead as they come to the line. So it looks like not sure why he's jumping to the inside. They have at least another lap to go. And look like straight went from 16th to possibly last place. At least last car on this lap. Not sure where the main counter is. So we scroll up to the pace car, still blinking lights, so we still got at least one more lap to go. Overall, good race. Clean race. I mean, caution flag only because Martinez decided to try to stay out, or decided, well, I guess he was indecisive on trying if he's going to come in or stay out. So it does look like Walker Jr. may be coming into the pits. Not sure why he's below this line. As yes, it does look like he is coming into the pits. I'm not sure if he was in the pits or if he's taking a pit stop already, but here he comes. It doesn't look like anybody else is going to be coming into the pits. So we're not sure what is going on with Walker Jr., who for the most part has had a dominant car. So they are changing any of the tires. So there must be some other issue going on with that car. We're now scrolling up. Like all the lights are off, so we will be going green next time by. We'll definitely see if Walker Jr. is going to be with them or not. As Walker Sr. also is jumping to the inside, as well as Thorne, who took over that first place position. So Walker Jr. is back out onto the track, but he has a ton of work to do as he's in 21st, but probably more than that. We scroll up. But he's starting to bunch up to try to get back. Oh, looks like Walker Sr., his dad, has blown an engine. And something is going on with Thorne as well. As Walker Jr. is, I don't know, cheating or something. As he jumps up. But is definitely not as fast as he was going. As he is going to bunch a lot of these cars up, especially if he's not going to be able to get up to speed. Looks like the 15 chose the wrong car to back as he is getting pushed back. And he is, yeah, that one is bunching this entire pack up. I mean, if he's not careful, somebody's going to end up turning him just to get him out of the way. I think you see multiple 3 wide all the way behind him. It looks like he finally is up to speed. No, he's still going just too slow. He's at 174, and this is about a 180, 84 car, 84 mile an hour track. So he's still bunching everybody up, which is not what we want to see. He is slowly working his way back to the end of the track. You know, as we see the 4, that white 4 is pretty far up in this pack, so that's definitely good to see. As Thorn looks like she is coming back into the race. As it looks like for the most part, they are probably going to get past this much slower 1 car. Though it is still possible somebody could turn him out of frustration, especially if people get stuck behind him. And it does, no, he's still going about 170. He may be semi up to speed, as we do see the 20 of Wayne King is pretty far back in the pack as well. So definitely didn't want to see that with him, as it does look like that 1 car has something going on with him. Maybe it is an engine issue, as we see his dad did end up blowing an engine about the same time. So maybe there's some issue wrong with this team's engine. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that, but it does look like the Walker team, at least at this race, is probably not going to compete for a win, much less a top finish here. So we scroll up to see some of the battling going on. You know, the 15 got stuck behind that 1 for a while and is now in about 26th position. Now somehow the 6 is in first, but all the way back there. Thinking there was a ton of crazy amounts of things going on with that, basically in the middle of that pit rotation. As we still see, the 1 is still going extremely slow. As we do see a small pack forming at the back of this line with looks like Jarvie and the 9, the 84 of Emerson, and the 66. Doesn't look like anybody's pushing Emerson up to the top, which is definitely good to see. Pretty clean racing there, as Emerson, at least for a little bit, was catching them in that straight, in that front or back stretch. So they're coming to the line. Like everybody was able to stay clean from that pack. 10 Ward in 8th place, but feels like he is dropping back pretty fast as well. Pitch, who was in first place, is slowly moving his way up the pack, as for some reason first place was about halfway through that pack. As that 1 car is still going pretty slow, definitely going to probably cause some issues later on in the race. As we're 3 wide with the 5 of Williams, the 77, and the 46, I believe. We see Bishop in 5th place battling 53, trying to pass him. But definitely got into that corner a little bit hard into the brakes. Not able to complete that pass, but then giving a huge opening for this 3-car pack. So we're up 64 of 80. As we see Hannah in the 16 going on inside of the 11, but slowed down a considerable amount, which is leaving 33 Weber catching him. So one is definitely going much slower, but it looks like they've got multiple laps before they catch him. As we were watching the 20 car of King, seeing if he can get past that 84 of Emerson. And was 20 was doing extremely well this entire race. He's in 14th right now. As a small pack is forming. I mean, it does look like that 4 is dropping back, is almost gets into the 20, but it was able to save it. Definitely good driving by that 4, not getting turned. As that 4 does look like he is not on pace with most of these cars, as that 77 made, you know, an almost ill-advised jump to the inside of the 4 and almost went up into him, leaving almost no room for that 4 between the 20 and the 77. So he's about 35th position now. They'll still get slowing down, which almost caused an issue. So we scroll up to see Ward trying to pass this 24. And it looks like he's going to, getting a little bit of help by the 48, at least for a second. But now the 48 looks like he's going to try to jump on the inside of the 10 Ward. Though Ward is able to hold him off, at least for that lap. And we see, for the most part, everybody is stretching back out. Though 12 and 54 are driving pretty close to each other, though they were able to stay clean with the 18 right on the inside of them. He's trying to work his way back up, but he looks like he's in 31st position now. Everybody was able to stay clean there, at least through this front stretch, as we got about 10 laps to go. As they're now 3 wide. That 68 looks like it may have got caught on something and slowed down extremely fast. Not sure what happened to him, but he is causing a small backup going on right with this 10, 9, and 48. So maybe he might be getting back up to speed after it looks like something ended up catching him. We'll definitely keep an eye on him, though we only have about 10 laps to go. We see the 8 of Haas battling with the, I think, the teammates of the 31 and 33. It does look like he is not going to be able to pass them, at least not this turn or this lap, as we only have a couple more laps to go. So it does look like this front pack is going to probably catch up to a Walker Jr., who is definitely going much, much slower than everybody else, at least in the straightaways. We take a look at this pack right here that's been battling for most of the second half of this race. As a 5, she thought about making 3 wide, but has seen, I guess, has seen how King has been racing and decides, you know what, I'm not going to do that, but ends up getting 3 wide anyway, with these 2 drivers in the back. So it does look like everybody is going to stay clean, at least for that rate or that lap. As we see Thorne working on 18. I don't think she tapped the inside of somebody to get past him earlier in this race. So it doesn't look like she has the speed, at least this lap, to catch up to them. As it looks like Brooks has finally caught up to Walker Jr. May take another half lap or so, especially with the 17 working on him. We're up to about 4 laps remaining, as they are probably going to fly past him, at least in the straightaways, because I don't think Walker Jr. is able to keep speed. No, he's definitely something wrong with his engine, as he's only able to get about 170, almost 180, but his acceleration is definitely an issue, as he did show a ton of promise earlier in this race, catching the 20 of King, who was basically dominating this entire race. But him, well, it looks like some reliability issues with that entire team's engine, as we did see his dad, Walker Sr., in a 3 car end up blowing an engine about the same time that we saw Walker Jr. start to have his issues, as he is starting to catch up to a few of the bigger packs. We'll definitely see, is he going to try to get out of the way, or is he just going to stay in the way? We are almost on the white flag now. Gonna scroll up. As everybody's basically mixed up, as we have the 6 who is the leader, so we will watch him, see if he's able to keep this win. As it looks like he does. I believe that was the checkered flag. But yeah, he is slowing down, so it does look like a pitch in that 6 car did win. Definitely that caution flag during that middle of the pit rotation basically threw a wrench into this entire race. And then basically everybody went into the, I guess after that, everybody was basically all completely mixed up in that starting line as they came in. But it does look like Pitch gets his first win of the season, and in official races he laps up to the 24th position driver. We definitely has some help as we scroll down. Looks like there was 3 cars that had issues. So Walker Sr. had some camshaft issues, and I believe Walker Jr. probably was having similar engine issues. But he was able to finish the race at least. And then Martinez had that issue coming into the pits. Definitely not a good thing for him to do. But yeah, Pitch wins first place. Green is in second. Definitely good position for him. Cargo, another decent position, a decent finish for him. Bishop, who's been struggling this season, finally has a good finish here at Charlotte. As we see Jarvie in 8th place, Saunders 10th, Ward in 11th, Emerson in 12th, Wayne King in 13th, and Williams in 14th. And then we just look at the rest of the finishing. So definitely not a great finish for the Walker team, as they end up basically holding that bottom of the barrel of the entire team. But yeah, definitely an interesting race to say the least. Another clean race. Yeah, like I said, in all of my testing, there was at least one big crash. Excuse me. There's at least one big crash in it all. What lap, or what are we in? 8? Let's say 8. And save. But yeah, so now that we have that, I can actually start to get the special race. So basically this will be a what I hope is a carnage race. We tried it the other day and it just was not working. So I think I ended up getting everything working. So we're gonna try a special. You know what, we'll go 0.9. It's probably gonna end badly, but it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Go there, file save, and exit U. Alright, so this is basically an exhibition race. It is only, we'll do the 42 lap car. I'm not sure if I updated the I don't think I updated the player only roster, so we'll just do the 42 size roster. Oh no. No. Start of the race on the wrong track. Back. Yes, abandon the race. We do not want to go back to Charlotte. We want to go... Where are you? Hopefully this one.
Drivers.
Okay. So today we are at Daytona with no walls. So this should be an interesting race. Let's go ahead and scroll through these guys. There's where you're starting. Let's go.
Drivers.
So basically this track has no walls. Or this track has very few walls, as you can see. So if you start wrecking, you could hit some of these things. And then if you start wrecking out here, you can start flying. Hopefully this works. I don't even know what camera to use. Not pit lane. I think this lane's okay. There's no wall there, so this camera's pretty good. As we come up, who are we on? Wayne King. And it looks like Wayne King can try to redeem himself, because these first two drivers definitely have a slight upper hand, as sometimes the crash is everywhere. So hopefully everything works out well. If it's like lap 10 and nobody's crashed, I'm gonna quit again, because that's just sad. It looks like this front stretch is one of the only ones with the wall. But as they enter in, Walker Sr. is going to basically take out everybody. And there they go. There they go. They're flying. And there goes everybody else. Goodbye. Oh! Did everybody see that guy die? We're gonna rewind. Yeah, Haas. I think he's dead. And goodbye. So we have got to see a cockpit view of him dying. As they're coming in, I mean, he has, nowhere to go. He just launches in the air and is going straight for the trees. and slams into the wall. I actually thought he slammed into the stands, but nope, he hits there. Let's go ahead and pause. Rewind a little bit. And let's go ahead and see what else, because we did see some more crashing going on. There's Ward spinning. Let's see, any of these. TV2 is crappy. Spectator, I guess spectators could be good. As we basically get to the place that has the only wall. As we see 4 definitely not having a great day. The 44 spinning. The 99 is just in the way of everybody. At least the 4 got going again. There's Ward in the back, but it looks like he's going to be fine. I think I left the caution flags on. That's fine. Everybody will bunch back up. We take a look. Looks like Guerrero's now going to go spinning. I mean, it looks like he's going to probably save it, so we're going to go ahead and skip him. Walker Sr.'s up there. And got tons of people in the pits as we get back to racing, as they race back to the line. As it looks like Green ends up holding the 42 away, as the 42 almost gets way too high. Nobody's making room for him. It looks like for the most part everybody else is staying clean. As it does look like, I mean, at least everybody's going to bunch back up for this next restart. So let's go ahead and take a look. So it looks like we dropped a couple of drivers. So Martinez is gone, Unzicker's gone, Godovic is gone, Ranger probably gone, Emerson, when they're lapped down, but we'll see if they come back. Haas definitely gone, Core and Campbell. So it does look like we still have 32 drivers at least, and then if any of these two come back, which I don't think they will. Oh, there goes Ranger. Actually, there was somebody. Yeah, they're all gone. So yeah. So that was definitely a good start to the race. As we're like 4 of 20. I think it's only like 10 laps. Or 10%. As we now take a look at the remaining drivers. So it looks like there's only one wall. Maybe 2 walls. The back stretch and then maybe the front stretch. But definitely with these banks, you get turned a little bit. It's going to launch everybody. I'm not sure if those poles right there, if you can go through them or not. It looked, I mean, I didn't see anybody slam into the poles. I mean, it does look like the trees aren't really there, because it looks like the only thing that stopped was it Haas in that 8, and the 8 was that wall in the back. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that, see if anybody gets launched. But we will see. I mean, this would be a definite red flag type of deal. And I don't think anybody would be racing for the rest of the day if they ended up getting launched like that. As we take a look, Campbell, I mean, he is definitely gone. I mean, actually, it's not too much damage for basically getting launched, 30 feet in the air. I mean, this car doesn't look too bad. Am I not live? I guess we could fast forward. I guess we did pause it a lot. We are on our last. I guess we're back. Thought I'd light one out. There we go, last lap, there we go. Now we're back. So definitely more entertaining than the last Carnage event that definitely did not work out too well. There's heavy damage on the back of this 54 car, as well as the 44 car right in front of him. And it does look like they were able to fix that 4 car. It doesn't look like his damage was half bad. I mean, I thought I saw a ton of damage on the side of this 4, but it looks like, yeah, it looks like that 4, for the most part, fixed himself. Or his pit crew did very well. I mean, I don't see almost any dents on the side of him. So I think we only lost, what, I mean, 5 or 6 cars? Those definitely good. A couple launches. We could definitely see if we get similar launches on the start of this lap. Because right now, Green in that 42 car right now is in probably the best position as long as he can get a good start. If he doesn't get a good start and that 20 can get behind him, I mean, in this event, the computers kind of moves you out of the way. So that 42 of Green definitely needs to get a good run at the start of this lap. Yeah, probably. It'll probably be half under caution, but at least all of the cars are going to bunch back up at the start of or at the end, so maybe more crashes. As it does look like that 42 did get a decent run. As there's already cars in the wall. As we're going to watch this turn real quick. Did everybody stay clean? At least that turn? Oh, there they go. Oh, there goes the 80, the Grow, and the 18. They are gone. Flipping. Oh, there goes the 3, the 17, the 77. As they race back to the line. Looks like everybody will stay. Really no shenanigans after that, so let us go ahead and rewind and see what these guys do. So it looks like the 77 and 17 kind of get into each other. Turn, yeah, the 3 definitely had nowhere to go. And then the 56 just brought Thorn, well, basically took Thorn out to die. And then we see the launch of 80. Oh, it looks like you can hit that pole. As we see, it looks like somebody is just kind of flying. And Grow's dead. I don't think you can land on your head like that and still live. We see the 17 smash basically into that outside wall. He kind of launches. Let's go ahead and take a look at his roof. And he basically goes for a little trip. I mean, he's airborne for like 20-30 seconds. He almost flew as he's heading straight to that hotel. almost rolling and then slamming hard into the outside. Ooh, that's camera. So let's actually take a look at Walker. Again, yeah, he had nowhere to go. As somebody tapped his side, he just hit that pole pretty hard and just flies over. So 17, yeah, 17 just. It looks like somebody probably turned into the 17, takes out the 3 and just rides up the embanking and just takes a quick fly through the trees. Still going. And then hard hit. I mean, at least he landed on his wheels. So definitely not too bad. We can watch Thorn, and we did see Thorn. Yeah, the 56 just takes Thorn. She's like, no, the track's over there. As yeah, 56 just nowhere to go, hitting hard into those trees. As Thorn looks like she gets a little bit of air and lands on her side. So definitely not too bad. As we see 4, looks like he's staying out of that crash this time. Definitely good for him. It does not look like any shenanigans going on. Though it does look like J. King. There is some of that shadow work going on. Yeah, so J. King working on the inside. Not sure exactly what position he will be in. Has heavy damage on every one of these cars, since most of them got launched. You can see the marks on that track. So we can start fast forwarding. I guess we can play for now and see what's going on here. Again, we are down to 24 drivers right now. As we will fast forward to see if we can get back to live. Still lighting up. Are we gonna still not green yet? So still got another lap to go. We're on lap 9 of 20. I mean, at some point, there's only gonna be like 5 or 6 cars left. As we last lap. So we can take a look. Looks like the 68 is the last car of the pack. I mean, it does look like, for the most part, all of these cars have stayed at least a little clean, or their pit crew has been doing very well. As you can see, that 4, I mean, it looks almost brand new, so definitely got some great pit crews here. Looks like the 54 does have some back end damage, and the 99 has some side damage from hitting another car. But overall, everybody up here is pretty clean. So we'll at least bunch back up for another restart. I mean, maybe next time we will do a like Martinsville and do no cautions. You can see if cars are gonna crash. Definitely sometimes it'll take an entire lap for a car to fully disappear, but I'll definitely see what we can do. Definitely was able to figure out the issue, so that was good. As last time we tried to do a Carnage event, almost nobody crashed at all. As we see 42 of green, He, so far, I think has led almost every lap, but he's also been in the best position as he's been getting very good starts, so he's not had to deal with much of the crashes. As the 42 and the 20 are going to take this green. Let's see if we can. He gets a huge run as the 20 looks like he did not get a great start there, which is going to bunch up everybody in the back. Not a great look for them, as that 15 is right on the back of that 20. Let's see who's gonna break first. Almost a spin right there, as that was actually, I think, the first time we've had a decently clean first corner. Of course, it's ruined by somebody, as there goes Jarvie. No, he had a good running, and 38's dead. Slamming into that wall. Let's see, are we gonna have any shenanigans? Towards the end, does not look like it. There was actually a pretty clean lap with only two drivers. Or two drivers that did it, but I'm gonna believe, 38's probably dead. So let's take a look on the inside of what Parker saw. He actually didn't see anything. I mean, he was going so fast when he slammed into basically this super outside wall that really nothing he could do. That does look like Weber is going into the pits. Though I guess in this format, you can definitely take a pit if you want to, because it's probably going to be caution flag almost every race, or almost every lap, so why not get fresh tires every time? As we see, I'm 99% sure these two are both out. Yeah, Jarvie, Parker both gone, so we are down to 22. We are 22 drivers in. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit. There's only two cars in that crash, so it did not take very long to look at that crash. Though Wayne King and 20 did end up passing the 42. So that was definitely a good lap for him. We'll definitely see if he's able to keep up the speed. I mean, it looks like we have at least one more lap to go. We can probably accelerate a little bit of time. As we are heading towards the last lap, here we go. We are on lap 15, so only 5 laps to go. We'll see. This may be the last lap, or the last lap under green, depending on how this goes. Maybe able to get one more green lap, but we will see what happens. We'll see. Wayne King does not look like he got the greatest start, but he's going to stay in the lead. It does look like the 42 has gotten a little bit of space on him. We'll see if him and the 6 are able to get past. So we're still green at the moment. Yet still everybody's still racing pretty clean. We'll see if that 15 is going to take out King in that 20. He ends up swerving over, saving that. Still green. Is that our first green flag lap? I think so. As it looks like King in the 11 and King in the 20 are battling it out. As they're going to push and try to get past that 6 car. As that 6 now is stuck on the outside. Definitely do not want to get stuck on the outside here when there's no wall there to protect you. As it looks like they passed the 6 pretty easily, and that's basically making him drop very fast. We got a couple of laps in so far, so that's definitely good. As they are 3 wide now going into the corner or turn. Everybody is racing very clean. I don't think anybody wants to lose, as though the Weber in that 33 is going extremely slow. Pushing everybody to that outside line. Yeah, that corner right there where that wall starts is definitely not where you want to be. As we're getting close to the last lap, here we go. We're 3 wide. I mean, green flag lasted a heck of a lot longer than I thought it was going to last. As it looks like they may go like 5 laps without a yellow flag, which is, you know, crazy with how close they're racing. As we'll see, it looks like 20, that 20 of King and green of the 42 definitely got stuck on that outside. They're coming in. Yeah, that 11 almost got into the 15. That's giving the 6 time to get up. Now get some lead going. It doesn't look like anybody has crashed in like 4 laps, which is really crazy, especially with at least the starting where how close they were. It looks like the 6 is coming to this front stretch, coming to the flag. See if he's going to take it, and it does look like he is going to take the Carnage event. Does not look like any crazy extracurriculars are going to happen. No, everybody is going to race clean. Well, they look like they were running clean. Who is that? Williams. Basically, Williams after the hard into the 76 sign and just end over end. So not what you want to see after the race is over. You're cutting in and just the 44 is there, nowhere to go, and Williams, she is just hard into that wall and just end over end. So after the race, looks like she finished 14th position. Got a little parting blow. As we can save this exhibition, so we can save some of those. What do we got? 22 cars on the lead lap, or that didn't crash. 1 car, Weber. Williams, she ended up finishing the race, but on that slowdown, cooldown lap, she ended up getting turned by the 44 and hard crash. Alright, we can do one more. Let me go, what track? So what track do you guys think we should do? Maybe a short track. Or maybe Trenton. Trenton's fun. Now let's go to... Alright, let's try Martinsville. Open up this I. Try a short track. Drafting distance. 2.9. You can see what other crazy tracks do I have? Let's see, I have demo no wall, Thunder Peak. What if this works? I have a Bristol Night. What is Bristol Night reverse? I'm wondering if that's the banks are reverse. That's archive. Let me actually check real quick, see what kind of crazy tracks I have. So I did set up Bristol, but let's see what Bristol reverse looks like. Bristol reverse banking. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So let's set Bristol reverse up. Yeah, most figure eights don't work very well. At least most of the ones that I have found. Like half the cars, once they hit that cross section, they basically go straight into the wall. I mean, I found a few that sometimes doesn't work, do that, but overall, that's what I found. All right, so let's run Bristol reverse banking. Looks like, all right, no blown engines, at least that I can see. Yeah, and then the outside. Oh, they look like they're. This may be just a. They do have the green flag. But these turds are super hard to see. As this is basically the reverse, basically the bankings are reversed. What camera is this? Oh, it looks like the 4, that's 0, I think, got in the way. Spectator, see if, no, spectator doesn't see anything. Lane 2, here's some it's a cockpit view. Most cars have decided to use that inside line. Jarvis on that inside line. And look at it, as soon as you hit this, you start sliding into that wall. And then as you come back around, there's this huge jump right there. Oh, we are on pits. We're on a... That looks like cargo is out, and we were on a caution lap, and they're still sliding into the walls. I wonder if they're going too slow. No, it looks like they were just trying to catch back up to the lead lap. Oh, it looks like Saunders has out as well. Looks like when they get out of the pits, they might, when they try to speed up, they slide into the wall. We scroll up, we can already see already almost half the cars are out of the race. So it looks like we still got at least another lap to go on this Bristol with reverse banking. Oh, as cargo again takes trying to catch up to the pack, just slams hard into the fence. We can kind of take a look. Looks like we still got at least another lap, probably because cargo and all these guys keep crashing. 11 hard into the 10 of Ward. I mean, Ward looks like he has engine troubles now. Everybody that's trying to catch up to the pack just slams hard in the wall. And again, look, there's 43 of Kimball, or 44 of Kimball, straight into the wall, which I think is continuously adding more laps onto this caution flag, or caution, which is not good. I think Ward has engine trouble, so he's probably gone. The 44 somehow is not out yet. Looks like King, and that's 11 to 98, is finally caught up to the pack. It looks like we probably will get a green flag this time. So Walker Sr. is leading. Though, of course, I don't know for how long he'll be leading. It feels like this first time they enter in the first corner, everybody just slams hard into the wall. Get a few cars in here as they come to take the green flag for lap 7 of 23. Yeah, that 0 of Thorn is definitely extremely slow. Yep, as Walker just takes the hard hit into the wall, and there goes the pace car piling up with them. And there goes basically half the pack right there. As we watch the second half basically go into the wall in the second corner. Though it does look like not as bad. Though I think Walker Sr. is done for the day. Graham, you see engine trouble, so he's probably done. I don't even know who's still in this race. Well, 98's not. Looks like King in the 11 has some engine trouble. Hannah might win by default. In the 16, no smoke out of the engine. 99, smoke out of the engine. 24 is still driving, looks pretty strong. Nobody's behind the pace car. As we see people are deciding if they're going to come in or out. 16's coming in for a pit stop. Let's see, so Hannah, well, Unzicker's gone. Oh, Hannah's gone. Is there anybody still left to race? We got 3 people who haven't dropped out yet. Of course, they will probably drop out as soon as they try to come back out into the pits. I mean, King is definitely out. You can see him smoking, engine trouble. The 17, and it looks like he's getting some new tires, maybe some damage to get out or picked up. Yeah, Mass right now is the only one that hasn't pulled out of the race, and he's gone. And now we got nobody. We only have the pace car. Well, let's see what happens when you got nobody to race. And it's complete. So we completed 10 laps. Let me just go ahead and save that one. That one's a fun one. So it looks like Unzicker wins by default, and then Hannah 16. King looks like he's got 4th place, so I guess that was good. And last place was Campbell and Emerson. And there you go, Unzicker only completed 10 laps. And look at that, race standings, everybody is gone. Well, that was an interesting one. I guess we can try Bone Crusher. This is a figure 8, but it doesn't work very well.
Drivers,
Which no figure 8
car.
works very well. But let's take a look. Make sure which camera is the best. Maybe helicopter?
Drivers, to your...
Nope. I don't know, I think helicopter may be a little loud, but we'll see. So this is a figure 8 dirt track, so I don't think we're gonna get everybody out like last time, but definitely going to get a lot of people smashing into the wall. Looks like Ward is pretty good at dirt tracks, as he's on the pole, but yeah, as you can see, here is the dirt track, and we are at a figure 8. I mean, we'll definitely see on this first lap the issues with the figure 8 tracks. As we see huge race, a decent race. I see half the cars try to turn just because the computer doesn't understand how to do this kind of track, and everybody's slamming into each other. No idea who's in first. Looks like 97 possibly is first. And oh, 97 hard hit into Walker Jr. We can definitely take a cockpit view of that. As here we come. Looks clear. And then, oh, there's a bunch of cars here and just nowhere to go. Hard into the top of Walker Jr. We could take an onboard view of Walker Jr. As, yeah, he's coming in unsuspecting and just whack and gone. Oh man, I don't think I left caution flags on. Oh no. And again, as you can see, nobody knows what the heck to do on these turns. I don't know what happened to the Walker Senior. He got like love tapped and then flipped over. I don't even know if the pace car is even out. Fast over to Shrivastava. See, does not look like many cars are coming. But there are all these spin outs. The pitch is in the pits. And oh. Well, somebody looks like the Jay King took a hard hit in that intersection. And yep, nowhere to go for anybody. It's, oh, the 99 and Weber just slam hard into each other. Yeah, there's almost nowhere to go. It kind of can go either way. So it looks like the pace car is out on the track. And would have got T-boned if he was actually, you know, usable. Oh, hard hit by the 80 Brooks. Looks like he was trying to get into the pits, but basically did a Martinez and slammed hard into the that wall there. As we see, oh, Martinez in that 22 almost hard into the side of one of the other cars. And oh, Williams in that 5 takes out the 56. It looked like Williams was already having some engine trouble, ends up taking out a car with her. It looks like Jarvie slams hard into the wall. As we can take a look, looks like a ton of cars, or maybe a couple DQs. Not sure what they did. Probably skipped part of the track. As 38's decided, you know what, I'm going to go this way. And, oh, Martinez, hard hit by the 48 of Core. I mean, he's done. As I think it's the red flag. Nobody knows what to do. Actually, I think the race may be over. Yep, completed. So 66 of straight wins, basically lapping everybody because they kept turning. And there was Shrivastava, hard into the wall after the race was over. I mean, he finished 3rd. We got a crazy race with that figure 8, a ton of DQs. So we can go ahead and export this. I don't know what X we are on. I just know where to put those. So yeah, 66 wins. I didn't even see him really on the track. Haas loses 34 positions. That's terrible. All right, I think we are good for the day. Thanks so much for joining me. Hopefully everybody had a good time. Definitely fun at Charlotte, and then of course the Carnage events. So I'll definitely be hopefully posting the results tomorrow. Once I run them all, it just takes a lot of time to run the money. That's the one that takes the most amount of time. Just because I have to run each player individually, so it just takes time to get all of that run, especially because I have 3 events now, the main race and then the 2 exhibition races. So hopefully I will get all of that posted tomorrow, and then everybody can make some upgrades before the next race. Not sure exactly when that will be, but yeah, thanks so much for joining me. Make sure you stay tuned to the Discord, and also like and subscribe to the either YouTube channel or the Twitter channel, just so you can see when all of the races start. But yeah, thanks so much for joining me. Hopefully you have a good rest of